Hello everyone. Before presenting today's topic, I want to thank all those who follow my videos. I hope to be able to bring content that can always be interesting for those who still don't know me. My main job is to bring topics ranging from current subjects, from history to borderline topics and theories such as ufology, mysterious archaeology, and much more. You can help my channel grow by leaving your comments and subscribing.
Today, we talk about what happened to the Russian economy after 2 years of war and sanctions. I want to show you what happened to the big shopping malls in Moscow, to the mass flight of the big brands of global consumerism. A little refresher for the most forgetful. Therefore, with the outbreak of the Ukrainian wars, there was the application of sanctions on Russia by Western countries. A very long list of multinationals, from all sectors, have left Russia, or so it was said on all the televisions. They have closed their shops, closed their operations, made grand proclamations on their websites of condemnation, etc. One of the symbolic images of this mass exodus, never seen before in another country in the history of the globalized world. They were photographs of deserted mall stores, the shutters down, with 2 or 3 shops open in a cross, which are photos that have gone around the world and were used for a good time as irrefutable proof that Russia would collapse. Because, as is well known, a country without McDonald's cannot survive. The reason for this mass abandonment? To a large extent, all this mass exodus was a great marketing operation, because it was the right opportunity to make big proclamations, to say that we are an ethical brand that is against war, to the point of giving up an entire market. Now, however, 2 years have passed, and the big Russian shopping malls don't exactly look like a Siberian steppe. So today, I'm going to take you to see what really happened after the sanctions. To do this, we will go to shopping malls, a high-end one that is inside the Moscow city, that is the largest shopping mall in Moscow, the Hague Park. That said, let's not waste time. Config is pretty much the equivalent of Starbucks. It was bought by a Russian rapper, by a gastronomy entrepreneur. It is the same in every way. They even have the logo that pretty much looks like. Restore even before the war was the equivalent of the Apple Store, because Apple never had official stores here in Russia. It had official Restore resellers. And one of them, in fact, inside, you can find MacBooks, iPhones, everything that can of course be found in Western countries. Kiko, an elite Italian brand, doesn't move. Guess has also remained. It's the store, the same as before. Dolce & Gabbana. Furla is also a brand that has not gone away. It has remained since the beginning of the sanctions. Hugo Boss strangely stayed. The fashion crocodile is open. J is an acronym for Glory Jeans, which is a Russian brand of fashion clothing, part of the local brands. Everything else is perfectly operational at the exchange. The picture explains it all on its own. This is a special case, the brand that is in question, which we all know, but in the sign at the entrance of the store. What is clear first is that shopping malls are again. As far as ordinary shopping for ordinary people in Russia is concerned, you can find exactly everything you can find in any other country. Small exceptions, of course, remain those sectors where it is more complicated due to spare parts, due to the difficulty of logistics linked to Western suppliers. These are being invaded very quickly by Chinese alternatives or those of other manufacturers. But in all of this, the phenomenon that seems to me to be the most interesting of all is to see how the application of sanctions is being applied. Basically, he was deceived by changing only the sign of the store. Sanctions, however, they do not work. You can tell by the fact that the war continues to go on. But what you can see when you look at Russian and today's shopping malls, people need their needs. If this is done by multinationals or by local players or other investors, then on the other hand, in the world, absolutely nothing changes. Anyway, I showed you 2 of the main malls. It must be considered that there are many of them all over Russia, and they are all the same. But if you have come up, I hope you found it interesting. As usual, to support the channel, you just need a like and subscribe. We will see you soon. Bye.